Quick Picks. Hey everybody, I'm Beware, and this is Quick Picks, the show where I discuss two very similar characters, break down everything you need to know about them, and then pick out which one is my favorite. Ready or not, let's go. This time on Quick Picks, we will be discussing Perfect Cell versus Meruem. First up is the bio-android terror, Perfect Cell. Created by Akira Toriyama for the Dragon Ball manga, Cell first appeared in his imperfect form in Chapter 361 in February of 1992. Created as a supervillain to replace the recently introduced androids 17 and 18, Cell would go on to be a fan favorite, appearing in various video games, as well as making minor cameo appearances in both Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super. Cell is a fully artificial bio-android, a unique combination of various species from around the Dragon Ball universe. Across all of his forms, he retains a green, bug-like appearance, with wings, a tail, and large cone-like protrusions on top of his head. Created by the eccentric Dr. Gero of the Red Ribbon Army, Cell was his magnum opus, a combination of the biological material of Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, King Cold, and various other Z-fighters. Birthed from a years-long incubation in Gero's laboratory, Cell entered a world that had been ravaged by time. Stealing a time machine, Cell traveled back to the past in an attempt to absorb androids 17 and 18, in order to achieve his perfect form and rule the universe as the ultimate life form. Perfect Cell is a monster, with martial arts mastery and ki control on par with a full-powered Super Saiyan Goku. He can use the abilities of every fighter whose DNA he possesses, including the Kamehameha, Kienzan, Solar Flare, Multiplication Technique, and many others. His regeneration is infinitely greater than Piccolo's. As long as a single cell of his body remains unharmed, he can regenerate from any injury. In his super perfect form, he was strong enough to blow away an entire solar system with his Kamehameha wave. While he may not have a golden form, or even rival the gods of destruction, Cell did manage to kill Goku. His perfection will be your downfall. Next up, we'll cover the king of the Chimera Ants, Meruem. First appearing in Chapter 213 of the Hunter x Hunter manga, Meruem was created by Yoshihiro Togashi in February of 2005. Hinted at excessively up until this point in the manga, Meruem was designed as the final villain of the Chimera Ant arc. A humanoid ant creature, Meruem has a pointed tail, 4 digits on each appendage, and a helmet-like growth on top of his head, as well as long draping earlobes in the same vein as the Buddha. Meruem is green and purple, and has been cited as designed to evoke thoughts of both Frieza and Cell from Dragon Ball. Born as king of his colony, Meruem is a chimera ant, a special race of insect that undergoes phagogenesis, a process where offspring develop the abilities of organisms devoured by the mother. Meruem is the outcome of the chimera ant queen consuming countless animals, humans, and especially Nen users. Because of this, he is the peak of evolution, with unrivaled physical strength, speed, durability, and a natural affinity for Nen that surpasses the greatest masters on Earth. As an animal, Meruem's goal is to survive and produce offspring, and he sees the best way of doing this as gathering the humans of the world and harvesting them like cattle. His world conquest is made much easier because of his strength, but also because of his ridiculous intellect. Meruem passes idle time by challenging the world's greatest masters in various intellectual games, all of which he masters in a matter of days. He can calculate a near infinite number of probable outcomes to any given situation, and his outrageous power makes him practically unbeatable in combat. After the events of the Rose Bomb, he even gains the shape-shifting and dispersion abilities of Mentuthuyupi and Shiapoof. While he may be on the long road to discovering the more human way of living, the Chimera Ant King Meruem is the most fearsome member of the animal kingdom. So, who's my quick pick? Well, if Cell were the final villain, he would be my choice. The idea of every hardship Goku and friends had to overcome in the past, all culminating in one completely insurmountable foe, only to be faced down by Gohan, is my favorite concept from all of Dragon Ball. But this sense of finality is really tainted by the fact that Dragon Ball just keeps going afterwards. We get Boo, then Beerus, then Goku Black, then Jiren, and then Broly. It just keeps going. Cell wasn't a culmination or a final boss. He was just a pit stop on a much longer journey, and that really sullies his impact for me. Meruem, on the other hand, is fantastic all on his own. He is conceptually still very interesting, a representation of how terrifying Mother Nature can be, but pushed to its absolute extremes. And while he is a horrible creature that murders and feasts on the corpses of the innocent, seeing him come to understand his human side and embrace it during his relationship with Komugi was truly fascinating. Not to mention, his battle with Netero was easily the coolest fight in all of Hunter x Hunter so far. I choose Meruem. So that's my quick pick. Who's yours? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, stay frosty.